What's good, guys? Alright, we're back to E36 content now. Excuse the mess behind me because I've been busy. I've removed the whole front end off the E36 drift car. Engine's chilling over there on the engine stand. So, let's see how much I've got to change to try and make this fit. I know one engine mount is not good. Don't think it's meant to come out like that. But, oh well. If I've got to get a new engine mount, so be it. Still have the old block, old engine mounts. Don't know whether I need to change them. I feel like I need to. But I'm going to try and swing the M54B30. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Into it. See what and what I don't need to change to try and get this thing to sit in. The wiring wise, I'm pretty confident that I should be able to figure it out. Having a little bit of a brain fart about it. I'm using a keypad for everything, so I don't want to have anything special. I don't want it to start by the key. I don't want the headlights to come on from the stalk. Everything's going to be on the touchpad. And on a little side note, I 3D printed this little gauge bezel holder. My printer had a little bit of a spaz. It lifted in that bottom corner. But for what I needed to do, it's actually pretty tight in there. It's just that up and down, which I probably should be able to, I don't know, space it or put a screw in. I'm not too fussed about that. It is what it is. And those gauges, I've had those for years, like close to 20 years. They're old. I don't even have the sensors for them anymore. They're that old. So I'll see if I can find any senders for them, and I might try and run them. As well as I've got an AFR gauge as well, which for this rendition of the build, don't necessarily need, because the turbo that I want to put on it isn't going on it straight away. So worst case, I'll just mount it to the A-pillar or something silly, or in the center of the dash. I've sort of mocked up where I want to put the hydro. Obviously I need to cut this section of the trim out and mount this in. I just don't exactly like how close it's probably going to be to the steering wheel. So I don't know, I may cut this bracket and reclock it back in a little bit. And then to fill up the res, it's going to be a little bit of a mission. But for as cheap as I got that hydro set up with the lines, I'll make it work. But yeah, let's try and get this engine mocked up in place. Massive thank you to Ethan. You're a G. He let me borrow his little car dolly for the rear, because I don't know whether you've noticed, but I've done a 180. I've spun the car around in the garage. I'll insert a picture here. It was extremely tight to get around. Wow. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it worked. Just. I'm also in the middle of 3D printing a shift knob. More than likely won't be running the shifter setup, but I'm learning the 3D printing stage, and to do 3D printing, it's not hard. It's just a setup of the printer. Mine's only a cheap printer. I brought it secondhand. It's taken a little bit of setup. It's taken a lot of setup, actually. It's been a dead set pain, and to learn how to do the setup, there's still so much I need to learn about it, but whatever. So the shift knob shouldn't be too far off being finished. It's just going to sit straight over the top, I actually don't even know what it looks like, to be honest. It was just one I found on Thingiverse. If you guys are into 3D printing, I'm sure a lot of you guys know Thingiverse. So much stuff on there. So yeah, let's see how far that is off from being done. This is my dodgy little setup. It's 2.5 hours in, probably another 2 and a bit hours to go. That's coming up all right so far. Not going to complain. Hopefully it comes up good. All right, it's a different day. Massive shout out to Kaz Engineering. Went and seen him today. He got me some mounts and some bushes, engine mount bushes. Got me a second-hand clutch. It's a puck style clutch, as well as, not that you can see it, but I've upgraded the pivot ball inside. So that's good. As well as some headers, some M52, M50, M52, E36 headers. Fingers crossed that all bolts in and works like it should. I think I have to pull the gearbox out to actually get it all in, but I'm going to persevere and try and get it in this way. See how we go. Yeah, I'll come back to you if something goes wrong, but yeah, fuck. Guys, well, the engine's in. Wiring is a bit of a nightmare. I think I've nutted down to the issue. I think my issue is, because I have it now cranking, I have my 12 volt signals for everything. My Hall effect sensor doesn't read RPM, from my understanding. I've contacted a few people to just confirm my suspicions with this, but at this stage I'm going to have to pull it all back out again and pull the gearbox off, pull the clutch off again, and change the flywheel, because the flywheel, yes, it's a 60-2 tooth count, but the Hall effect sensor isn't matching to where it needs to go. So yeah, I will confirm that with a couple of my sources that I have, but at this stage, yeah, it is not looking fantastic. But I have the DME come alive, I have the throttle buzzing, I have it cranking over, but yeah, no running, which isn't fantastic. So I will upload this video anyway. I need a video out anyway. So yeah, guys, any comments regarding the issues that I just mentioned, if you guys have come across this or have a bit more knowledge than I do about the BMWs, please let me know in the comments below, or message me on Instagram, Mick_MC. And yeah, let's try and get this thing happening, because I need it running for my own morale, because it's been not running for long enough and it is quite frustrating. Alright guys, have a good one. Thank you.